Hello everybody and welcome to the Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa for race 4 of the 2020 TMG Summer Series. Joining me today in the broadcast booth is Street Stock Revival winner and Short Track Shootout admin Luke Breitschoff. How are you, Luke?
I'm pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good as well. Here at Knoxville, we are ready for the first ever NASCAR race, probably post like 1960, something around that time. On dirt. The TMG Summer Series for Race 4 is taking to Knoxville, Iowa for the first ever dirt race on this channel. 105 laps around this half-a-mile dirt track, which is described as the, the sprint car capital of the world? I think that's it. But today, it'll be the stock cars' turn to take on this racetrack. As we're going into today's race, Luke, what do you think are going to be the biggest factors at play?
I think it's going to be whoever can ride the cushion best without jumping over it.
There's going to be
yeah, go ahead. My bad.
There's going to be a lot of lines here at Knoxville. A lot of drivers getting up closer to the wall. A lot of drivers trying to hug the bottom and try and get a good run through the corner. Another thing that's going to be rather difficult is going to be passing. When you're going at kind of a 45-degree angle through the corner, you take up a lot more room. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to get a move on and try and get around everybody else to try and make some passes. But hopefully that won't affect the racing too much. I mean, it's dirt racing, so we should be in for a good race no matter what. Alright, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here to the green flag. Don't go anywhere because NASCAR on TMG will be right back. And welcome back to NASCAR on TMG. Chase Elliott, your pole sitter, going to lead the field to green here at Iowa. Real quick before we get going, actually, I need to adjust something. Alright, there we go, we're good. Chase Elliott alongside Ryan Blaney in the number 9 Napa Chevrolet Camaro is going to lead the field off turn number 4 and into the Geico restart zone for race 4 of the TMG Summer Series. We are green in Knoxville.
Elliott gets a good jump. Custer going to move in. Yeah, he's going to move into second. Martin Truex Jr. looking to get inside of Ryan Blaney. He will. Now he's going to go for second on the inside of Custer. They almost make contact. They'll make it through clean. Elliott will lead lap 1.
Lots of dust being kicked up as they head through the corners. Big clouds there in turn 1 and 2. You can see Chase Elliott getting a little bit out of the groove there. Meanwhile, battle for second. Oh, car in the wall behind. Sam Hornish Jr. and Matt DiBenedetto go hard into the wall in turn 1. Race back to the line. Going to be won by Chase Elliott over Cole Custer and Martin Truex Jr. But the first caution of the day has come out for Matt DiBenedetto and Sam Hornish Jr. Pace car in turn 3 and 4 will lead the field to catch up to them. Most drivers going to come down pit road. So first caution of the night brought out by Sam Hornish and Matt DiBenedetto. Oh, big stack up on the back straightaway. I think that's Austin Cindric stuck and Corey LaJoie as well. Looks like they've gotten that sorted out, but slowing down for the caution has led these drivers into some difficulties. Ryan Preece going to stay out on the racetrack. Let's take a look at the race off pit road. Cole Custer appears to have won that race. Chase Elliott must have taken more tires than everybody else. Let's take a look at a replay to see what happened to the 12 car. There we go. Right here in turn number 1, DiBenedetto goes up the inside and just looks like he might have slid up into the 12. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of contact is going to send both of them around and into the outside wall.
And looking back on that, not much visibility for anyone, so probably very hard for all these guys to see. I'm expecting a lot more wrecks as we go through the night.
We'll go ahead and go on board with Matt DiBenedetto here, try and get an idea of what he saw as he navigated his way through turns 1 and 2, and unfortunately into the outside wall. Oh yeah, he really couldn't see anything there.
Spotters are going to play a huge role tonight.
So back live and ready for the next restart of the night. Cole Custer going to lead the field back to green in a couple of laps here. Chase Elliott, I'm guessing he took 4 tires in the pit sequence. Going to line up in the, that looks like the 5th position. We will
Cole Custer, the Go ahead.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Cole Custer, the biggest winner on that sequence of cautions. Chase Elliott, the biggest loser.
See if the lights go out on the pace car this time by. Back to the front straightaway. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going back green this time by with Cole Custer, your race leader, ahead of Martin Truex Jr. Michael McDowell with an impressive run at Pocono earlier today, up into 4th place. Kyle Busch, always a threat to win on these kind of unique types of racetracks, will be restarting in 6th place. Sam Hornish Jr., the first car 1 lap down, is going to line up on the inside of Cole Custer as we get ready to go back green here in Knoxville. Pace car is off. Flagman with the green flag in hand. Back green at Knoxville.
We'll see how much of a pick Hornish is here.
Not going to get in the way of the leaders. 3 wide. Michael McDowell sending it up the inside, trying to get to the race lead over Cole Custer. Not going to have much of a run into turn 3. Meanwhile, Martin Truex Jr. on that outside lane, getting a nice run off turn 4, trying to get around the 34 of McDowell. Here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott up the inside, taking him 3 wide down the back straightaway, all behind Cole Custer.
If Elliott did take 4 tires, they seem to have worked well. It was only 2 laps, but still, Elliott made up 3 spots this far. Looking for number 4 on McDowell.
Still green here in Knoxville. Chase Elliott rolling his way through turns 1 and 2. Lots of left side damage to the 88 of Alex Bowman. Not sure what happened there. Back up front, Cole Custer continuing to get away as Chase Elliott is following him behind in a strong battle with Michael McDowell for second. McDowell on the outside, Ryan Blaney looking to take advantage by going up the inside, but can't do it. It looks like we have a caution out. Brad Keselowski slow. They will bring out the second caution of the night. Cole Custer will win the race back to the line. The second caution of the night is out. Not sure if the pits are open this time by. Looks like they probably weren't. Ward
Burton on pit road. And
maybe Ward Burton was one of the drivers involved in the crash. Couldn't quite tell what happened. I just saw the lights were on in the emergency vehicles and I knew a caution came out, but I'm not sure what it was for. Might have been for the 22 car. We'll take a look after pit stops if any drivers decide to come in.
After 2 laps last run, with almost everyone coming in, I would be very surprised to see people stay out, especially after the big run Elliott had there, picking up 3 positions back into second.
Yep, looks like that is going to be the call. Cole Custer going to lead the top 2 into the pits with Ryan Blaney staying out as your leader. Looks like the popular decision is to come in. Oh! Rossi gets turned around by Corey LaJoie trying to get into the pit lane.
Oh, more contact. Jimmy Johnson and looks like Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace and Jimmy Johnson having a little bit of a run-in on pit road. Oh, what's happening there? It's hard to tell behind, the giant Knoxville billboard, but a little bit of trouble for Jimmy Johnson. More trouble between Brad Keselowski and Matt Kenseth.
Oh, contact. Looked like Logano and Austin Dillon made contact exiting.
Very tight pit road here and on turn. Oh my goodness, more contact. It's a very tricky pit road, and especially on dirt. These cars definitely not meant to handle in those conditions, but it's certainly making for some entertaining action. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the caution. I'm guessing it was the 2 of Brad Keselowski. I think it was the lap before this one. Oh yeah, there it is. Big stack up. Oh my goodness.
Look, Ward Burton took a huge hit to the inside wall. He drove head on.
I have
and a huge stack
no
up.
idea what happened there. Okay, so it started with Burton and looks like maybe Bubba Wallace. This should give us a good view. No, him and Boyer make contact, gets hit by Wallace and gets sent up the track. Comes back down in front of Kenseth and gets slammed into the wall. More of a stack up sends the two of Keselowski around into the wall. And then they just keep spinning. It just doesn't stop. So
what a big accident that was.
Yeah, the wreck started in 3 and 4 and kept going all the way into 1 and 2. So Keselowski gets spun around right behind Kenseth. And then Bell gets spun around with the one of Kurt Busch. And how about Matt Kenseth basically taking a shortcut through the track after getting into Ward Burton? Take a look at this. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and slip by there on the inside.
I mean, he did avoid a lot of the wreck because of that. So, you know.
And he also hit a safety vehicle.
I guess he didn't avoid it.
So, 10 laps into the race, and we've had a crash with someone who isn't even in the race because Matt Kenseth just slammed into an ambulance in the center of the racetrack. Dirt racing. That's the only way to describe what's happening. Oh, we're back green. I didn't even notice.
I think that is why we have not been dirt racing in about 50 years. Ryan Blaney jumps out to a huge lead over Corey LaJoie.
Alright, so sorry everybody, we missed the restart there. I couldn't quite tell when we were going back green. Battle for second, that's Corey LaJoie and Matt DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto, one of the drivers who was caught up in one of the earlier wrecks. That would explain the rear end damage. Heavy smokes, they go into 1 and 2. Ryan Blaney leading away here at Knoxville with a huge scramble behind. Alex Bowman in the middle of that. Rossi is there as well. Lots of contact getting through 3 and 4. Right now it's Joey Logano leading this group. Hornish on the outside. 3 wide, Boyer in the middle. Truex going to slip by on the bottom. This whole pack starting to catch up to Ward Burton, but I believe he is a couple laps down. There's some contact in the back, but no caution. Eric Jones nearly gets spun around by Joey Logano.
Good save there by Jones. And to say that this is jam-packed, that would be an understatement. We've got, if I had to guess, about 15 or so cars within a second of each other. On a dirt track, that is absolutely insane. I don't remember the last time these guys were single file around here. This is incredible.
They were 4 wide for just a minute there. They keep getting bunched up because of how dynamic the runs here are. Justin Haley nearly gets spun around, comes back up in a track and takes out the 8 of Tyler Reddick. Eric Jones
somebody's
up and over.
Upside down.
That is definitely going to bring out the caution. Big crash, 3 and 4. Eric Jones up and over to bring out the 3rd yellow flag of the night. Tyler Reddick with a blown engine.
Oh, Ryan Blaney might have...
Now he got through it. He got through it.
He was very close. A lot of the leaders were extremely close to that wreck. That was a disastrous moment there for the leaders.
What a race we've been having so far. We'll take a look at the replay real quick, because the pace laps here are quite short and I don't want to miss the restart again. But Eric Jones got sent up and over from behind. I don't remember the last time we've seen a flip like that. So
2009 Auto Club or something like that. When was it Casey Mears? Very similar accident.
So Justin Haley gets turned by Harvick and hits the inside wall and slams into Tyler Reddick. But it's up ahead where Eric Jones and Clint Boyer come together. Jones' splitter gets dug into the grass or dirt, and he goes up and over in turn 3 and 4. I have never seen that at a track this short.
And how about that for Jones to keep on trucking? 3 wide, looks 3 cars through the pack. Haley gets spun, hits the inside wall. They were gonna save it, but Haley just ran out of room, ran into the fence, and a big wreck ensued.
Yeah, you can only get so much traction on these dirt tracks, and unfortunately Justin Haley ran out of it trying to keep it out of traffic. Let's go ahead and go on board with Eric Jones because he had one of the wildest views out of all of them. Contact into the wall, and up and over he goes. Alright, we'll go ahead and take you all back live. Looks like most of the drivers coming into the pits. Let's see, where is our race leader, Ryan Blaney? He is currently in the pits. A little bit of contact.
Oh, contact. Ryan Newman's going to come out second. Elliott He's got to stop for the stop man.
I don't know what's going. Yeah, it looks like the.
That's gonna put Chase Elliott a lap down.
Oh. So lots of drama going on here
if I'm
in
right.
Knoxville. A lot of yeah, you're right. A lot of drivers got caught up behind the pace car. I think a lot of them might have stayed out, unless these drivers are all lapped down and still need to pit. Because if not, Ryan Newman will be your race leader. Oh,
how about that for Ryan Newman?
He might not be. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Coming back to the green, he's going to be... He is still a lap down. So now,
a lot of these drivers will take the wave around, if I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So right now, Bubba Wallace is scored as your race leader. Second place, Christopher Bell. Third place, Austin Cindric. So Ryan Blaney, I don't know what happened to him on the pit sequence, but he has fallen back a ton. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the cars here inside the top 10. Because that's Christopher Bell, your second place runner, with no rear bumper. Matt Benedetto in fifth, no rear bumper. Cole Custer, his hood is pretty useless at this point. Ricky Stenhouse barely even has a car.
Isn't that a sight to see?
I mean, I think this track hosts dirt modified, so maybe that's what Ricky Stenhouse is going for. He's going for the
Let's just tear the entire front noses off of these things.
He's just going for a weight reduction. So there are all the lap down cars, starting with Chase Elliott. So interesting stuff going on here in the pit sequence. But we got to keep our eyes on race leader Bubba Wallace, because he will be the driver leading us back to green. Pace car is going to dive off into the pit lane. Ryan Newman going to lead us back to green, but it's Bubba Wallace currently in the lead here at Knoxville. Green flag is back out.
And what Elliott and all those guys in front of Bubba want is a caution right away so they can get that lap back. Or rather, they have the lap back, get right at the end of the field.
I'm messing up the camera angles here. All right, there we go. Bubba Wallace,
Four wide.
Four wide, little bit of contact with Kenseth and into the
Kenseth
wall. Goes
into the
to
wall.
42. Second place.
They keep it straight.
Second place right now is I want to say.
Oh, someone's around in the back.
Oh, Christopher Bell into the wall. Turn 2. He kept it going, but it will bring out the caution. Race back to the line is won by Bubba Wallace. Second caution, or fifth caution, or something. I don't know. How many cautions have we had at this point? Like 7?
I would say at least 3.
So caution is back out. Bubba Wallace won the race back to the line. Matt Benedetto in second. Wallace nearly went around off the bumper of Kenseth, but they were able to keep it going. Let's take a look at what happened to Christopher Bell. So we look back, and he was sideways on the exit of turn 2.
Those leaders were right in the meat of the sandwich. They were the only drivers double file in that restart, so bad spot for the leaders to be in. Looks like Hornish made contact.
So we'll go ahead and slow it down here. Bell on the outside of a 3-wide situation. I think Hornish might have gotten hooked by Cindric. Yep, that happened. I did not articulate that well. But looks like Hornish gets hooked by Cindric, which sends Bell sliding into the wall and backwards in 1 and 2. I was actually going to point out that Christopher Bell is probably one of the most skilled dirt racers in the field. I think he's a 3-time Chili Bowl champion. But unfortunately, he gets caught up in that restart.
Back to back to back, I believe. And honestly, that shouldn't be too bad for Bell. He already didn't have a bumper, so probably not contact. Martin Truex Jr. Big stack up.
Truex sends DiBenedetto into the 0-0 of Quinn Houff, and they're all stacked up on pit road. They're blocking up the 88 of Bowman. Cindric gets into it. Oh, what is going on? Matt DiBenedetto is basically being dragged across the pit lane backwards. They're all going to get sorted out.
More contact.
And Newman trying to get into his box just nails Kevin Harvick. Yeah, I don't think that dirt pit roads are necessarily the best idea.
Double file pit roads have been something I've been thinking about for a few years now, especially with stop motions. I've stopped thinking about them. Let's just say that.
Logistically, it's a nightmare. I think the best way to do this would be to, like, divide the pit road in half, put, like, a wall in the middle of it, and then have one lane just for that side and the other lane just for what Knoxville really should have done is just like a Bristol situation, but they're like, nah, let's
Yeah,
do it all in one pit.
That's
road.
what I would have said. Bristol, Rockingham type thing, but no, instead we get this, and well, massively entertaining. It's also a little strange.
Ricky Stenhouse, one of the drivers who we were watching out for on that restart, is into the pit lane. He is going to go one lap down. Lights are out on the pace car, and Bubba Wallace will lead us back to green over Chris Buescher and Alexander Rossi. I'm impressed by Alexander Rossi. I don't know if he's ever driven a dirt race, but he's doing a great job for his first. Currently up in P3.
As I reminded you just before the broadcast, he sure knows how to slide a race car, so not that big of a surprise.
You know, maybe that's what he was doing at Daytona. He was just training for this moment. So, Bubba Wallace in the number 43 STP Chevrolet Camaro is going to lead us back to green. Pace car is off and into the pits. We are ready to go back racing at Knoxville. Green flag. On the restart, Corey LaJoie, the lap car, going to get out to a lead. Meanwhile, here comes Chris Buescher, going to split the middle. 3 wide. Chris Buescher is going to go ahead and take away the lead from Bubba Wallace. Big stack up. They're going 3, almost 4 wide down the front straightaway, but they're going to get that sorted out. Scrambling back towards turn number 1. Chris Buescher getting away with the lead. Ty Dillon making some moves in the back of the pack. Bubba Wallace losing spots on the outside. 3 wide for second. Rossi in the middle, trying to take away second from Bubba Wallace. He's going to do that. Lots of contact. Hornish nearly around. Into the wall goes Johnson. Crash. Back straightaway. 2, 3 cars around. More are piling in. Once again, the caution is out. Race back to the line, won by Chris Buescher.
Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney did a fantastic job avoiding that. And to answer your question, I believe this is either number 4 or 5.
Is this going to be the 5th caution of the night already? We're only on lap 41, but alright. So let's see what happened.
Oh, huge damage for the 48 of Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. Guessing a lot of engine damage as a result of that. So we'll take a look at it. Lots of contact going through turns 1 and 2. 4 wide at this track just doesn't work. So it started with Sam Hornish because he was getting really loose in the middle. A little bit of contact between Ward Burton and Kurt Busch. Hornish gets hooked by Logano into the 41, sending him sideways into Ward Burton. Yeah, at that point, Hornish just came back up into Johnson, and around they all went. Johnson went down into Kyle Busch, and everybody else just kind of started sliding in at that point.
It really seems like our dirt track racers have been the ones who've struggled tonight. Ricky Stenhouse doesn't have a hood anymore. Bell got spun out earlier. Ryan Newman's had some bad luck. Jimmy Johnson, who started in dune buggies on dirt, with obviously some huge damage here.
Christopher Bell actually made it through that pretty well. I think he got a little bit of damage, but for the most part, he was able to make it through relatively unscathed. Take a look at this. Slides to the inside, checks up for Kyle Busch. Gets a little bit of contact, but compared to everybody else, I'd say Christopher Bell made it through that pretty well.
And what it appears, it doesn't appear that if you've got an engine and you've got 4 tires in the car, I think you've still got a shot to win this thing.
Christopher Bell coming into the pits to repair some of that damage. Are the lights out on the pace car? Doesn't look like they are, so we will be going around one more time. And somehow, Martin Truex Jr. has been able to take away the lead. I'm guessing that's more of that pit road drama. Rossi in second, Buescher back to third. Interesting race we got going on here at Knoxville, but certainly a pretty entertaining one. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going back green this time by. Currently on lap 45 of 105. Originally, this race was only supposed to be about 40 minutes, but we're probably not going to hit that mark. Lap car of Matt Kenseth going to line up on the inside with everybody else. Race leader Martin Truex Jr. is going to lead us back to green. Pace car is off. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Truex going to lead us down to turn 1, followed by Alexander Rossi. Most of the drivers in the lead actually have a relatively clean race car, but that's not going to stay like that for long because they're going 4 wide behind them into turn 3. A little bit of contact. Busch are able to scrape by on the outside. But all these lap cars getting mixed in here with the leaders is going to cause a lot of chaos. Down the back straight.
Contact. They keep it clean. Blaney and Almirola had a slight bit of contact.
Into turn 3 once again. Alexander Rossi, well, there's another caution. Denny Hamlin, backwards.
Oh, Denny Hamlin. Huge damage on that car.
Hamlin backwards in turn number 1 and 2. Bringing out the, caution of the night. Oh, Kenseth.
And more caution. More cars involved. Is that Matt Kenseth involved?
Yep, that's
Looks
Kenseth
like
involved.
it.
Well.
Car's already pitting.
I thought for a second we were going to get a clean run in. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Going into turn 3, Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott running side by side. Oh, that's not it. Denny Hamlin slid up into Michael McDowell. Just got spun around. Oh my goodness, Denny Hamlin nearly up and over. Hard hit by the 11 car.
34 of McDowell also catching some air. Not as much as Hamlin, but man, there've been some hard hits today.
Yeah.
I know it's not that difficult to flip a sprint car around here, but I didn't think it would be. I didn't think we'd see this much air in NASCARs, but apparently I was clearly wrong. We've also had a bit more wrecks than I think we were expecting.
Yeah, we've seen one flip so far, one full flip. But I mean, Denny Hamlin definitely came close. Kind of like he came close at Pocono, but Dirty Air won't allow for that. So it looks like, through all the drama, the race leader is now... I think we gotta wait for it to cycle out, but it might be Ward Burton. Because it looks like Truex has slipped back a bit.
What about that for Ward Burton? He was, what, 2 laps down earlier in this race?
Sorry, I think he is still a lap down. I think Ryan Blaney is
the
leader again. Scoring is hard in NR 2003 because it doesn't update live. It just waits until they get to the start-finish line. Alright, so your race leader will be Ryan Blaney, followed by Truex, Buescher, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Matt DiBenedetto. And once again, the trend with the leaders seems to be if you got a relatively clean car, you're up front. Blaney has a little bit of rear-end damage, but it's not much. Pretty good compared to everyone else. NASCAR Junior says, I just got here. What has happened so far? A lot of good racing and a lot of wrecking.
A lot. And yeah, Hurricane answers perfectly. A lot of big wrecks.
Hopefully we can actually get a green flag run going here. Before this race, I was thinking of unchecking double file restarts, and that might have helped things, but this is fun, so whatever. Alright, only 2 cars going to line up on the inside, because at this point I think most drivers are 2 laps down. Positions 26 through 34 have all retired. Well, let's wind them up, do it again. Ryan Blaney going to be your leader as we come back to the green flag. Pace car is down pit road. Cole Custer is going to lead us to green, but Ryan Blaney is currently leading. Green flag is back out. Already a lot of drivers bunching up as they go through turn number 1. Ryan Blaney making some big moves on the inside, sending it down the inside as they go towards turn 3. Bold move out of Blaney. Meanwhile, behind a lot of contact, 3 wide. I think Chris Buescher might have gotten a piece of the inside wall. He is down into the pit lane.
Along with Eric Almirola.
Lots of dust flying here through turns 1 and 2. But Ryan Blaney uncontested at the front of the field. Blaney won race 2 of the Summer Series. He is looking to go for his 3rd win on the season, but Martin Truex Jr. is looking to keep him from it. The number 19 in 2nd, working his way through traffic. Ty Dillon there as well. Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney is going for the, the lead position on the track against Cole Custer.
When I saw Blaney split all those cars, I really thought he was going to have a huge gap over Truex, but Truex has picked his way through the field pretty quickly, and now it's only about to be 2 cars separating the two.
Blaney to the lead positionally behind Ty Dillon, going for second on Martin Truex Jr. Custer fighting back on the outside of Blaney. Yeah, you're right, only 1 car between them. Blaney's going to clear Custer. That's going to make it 2. Ty Dillon going to try and make that back down to 1. Finally, we're getting a longer green flag run in. Oh, but a little bit of contact there. Matt Benedetto slides up out of the 19. Back down into turns 3 and 4. Ty Dillon going to try and muscle away third on the racetrack against Corey LaJoie. Now only 1 car between him and the race leader. Dillon going to make quick work of that, but the caution is back out for Alexander Rossi and Matt Kenseth around in turns 1 and 2.
Matt Kenseth, I would say, has been involved in about half of the wrecks tonight. It's been a rough night, to say the least, for Kenseth. And it looks like Rossi is out. He was up inside our top 5 earlier.
Oh, yeah. Alexander Rossi was in 11th, racing with a lapped car. And around they go into the wall. I'm actually surprised Rossi didn't almost flip, because we've seen about 2 incidents that were similar to that, and in both of those, one of the drivers almost went up and around. What are the chances we see a car in the catch fence by the end of this thing?
Nah, screw the catch fence. They're going over it.
So Alexander Rossi on pit road for heavy damage repairs. I think the rest of the field is going to bring it in this time by. Good run by Ty Dillon tonight. He's able to get up into 2nd.
Can we shout hallelujah? We are past halfway here.
We made it! So at the moment, we are on target to hit about 1 hour of racing by the end of this thing. I'm guessing the pace car is going to get 1 to go next time by. Got a feel for Cole Custer, though. He started the race up towards the front, had a great run going, and unfortunately just got caught up in a couple of wrecks. He is now running in well, actually, he's running in 16th, which is pretty incredible for a car that does look like something that Jimmy Johnson's starting his career on. But, to be in 16th after your car looking like that is pretty impressive, but not surprising considering the amount of drivers that have wrecked. At this point, positions 22 through 34 are all out of the race. That's 4th on the racetrack, Matt Benedetto with his rear bumper basically digging into the dirt. I think we're going to go back green this time by, so I'm just kind of trying to kill some time here. I guess I could promote the Daytona Summer Clash. July 1st is going to be the next iRacing event on this channel. If you want to sign up, it's one of my more recent community posts. It's going to be 60 laps at Daytona under the lights in the trucks. So if you want to sign up for that, you can, but if you don't have iRacing, you can just tune in to watch. I also started
I signed up for that. I'm ready for that one. That's going to be fun. I'm ready for that.
Right now we have about 13 entrants, so hopefully we can get a couple more, but even if we only stuck at 13, I think it'd still be a pretty good race. In other news, I started a website. It's not very good, and I made it using Wix, which means that it's not going to be very fast either, but it's alright. You can find it in one of my more recent community posts, and I'm probably going to make it one of those social links on my channel. That's on there. You can find a blog, which is basically just news updates and occasional stuff about iRacing, and also a broadcast archive. So if you want to take a look at some of the older races on this channel, you can. Alright, pace car is going to go down pit road. Ryan Blaney is going to lead the field back to green over Ty Dillon and Martin Truex Jr. Cole Custer, first car lap down on the inside. Coming to the green flag. We are back racing in Knoxville. And Cole Custer trying to get back on the lead lap, fighting Blaney on the inside. Kurt Busch, couple of laps down, following him through as well. Meanwhile, there's the battle for the lead. They're going 3 wide in front of Blaney. Oh, this could be trouble. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, yep, there they go.
Oh,
what goes Custer? Blaney around as well. LaJoie into the wall. Will that bring out the caution? I don't. Yeah, nah, it will. Custer's around in turns 3 and 4. Ty Dillon is going to win the race back to the line. Another caution is out, and this time, race leader Ryan Blaney was involved. I knew it wasn't looking good. They were going 3 wide in front of him, and unfortunately, there just is not enough room to do that. Around they went. Helicopter cam.
Almost looked like Blaney was trying to make it 4 wide, and there just wasn't enough room to do so.
Yeah, I'm going to put that one on Blaney there. Because there was... Yeah, you're right. It looked like he was trying to, like, go for a move. Here, I'll try and pause it here. So right here, it looks like Ryan Blaney's trying to go for a gap in between the 32 and the 41. But there really just isn't any room for that. You can see if we slow it down here. LaJoie is holding his line. Blaney comes down in the 32, hooks him into the 41. That's going to send Blaney up the track. But what really got him is Custer bounces off the wall and back into the 12, sending him around into the 32.
Yeah, just poor judgment there by Blaney. It is unfortunate when you go when there are lap cars going 3 wide in front of you. I know this from experience, but still, you got to have a little bit more patience than that.
Yeah, lapped cars tend to get in the way here at these short track races. But unfortunately, that one you can't really put on the lap cars. That one seems to be all Blaney's fault. But yeah, I definitely had my bad experiences with lap cars. There was this one guy who was faster than me, so I let him go by on the inside, but then he ended up running into my left front while he was passing me. And then when he slowed down and I was faster than him, he didn't let me through, which was awesome. So that was really cool. But then he left the race after the cooldown lap, so I didn't get a chance to brake check him. Alright, lights are still on.
Send it.
Continue.
I just said send it.
I mean, I did end up getting back around him, but it was just like, dude, I'm faster. Why are you not letting me through? Alright, lights are still on the pace car, so I'm guessing we're going to get one to go next time by. Ty Dillon is your race leader over Martin Truex Jr. Nah, Ward Burton is a lap down. I thought for a second he was on the lead lap. Next car racing for position is Alex Bowman back in 3rd.
And he's got a ton of damage on that car, so impressive by Bowman for that one.
Bowman's been able to make pretty good use out of that 88 machine despite having a huge cave-in on the left side. Lights are on to the pace car.
I was just going to say a huge cave-in on the entire car.
I don't know if it's on the right side, but if he's hit the wall, maybe. Alright, lap cars to the inside. Let's wind them up and try this one more time. Oh, is that Joey Logano also in 5th? I didn't notice that.
I think we're gonna have to line them up more than once. I'm predicting at least 4 more times before this thing's over.
Yeah, that would not surprise
minimum.
me. We'll have 35 laps to go as these drivers come and take the green flag. Pace car is off, and Ty Dillon is going to lead the field back to green. Green flag! Oh, I don't know why that happened. Green flag, here we go! Almirola, impatient off the restart, sending it 3 wide down the inside. Meanwhile, Chris Buescher, I don't know if he's racing for position. He is not, but he's going up the inside as well. Meanwhile, Ty Dillon on the outside, getting a huge run, getting to get around them all.
Oh,
and trouble,
Bowman
Alex
goes
Bowman's around. You were right. That was not the last time we needed to wind him up. 2 cars around in 1 and 2. They were able to lock it down and keep it out of traffic. But another caution here at Knoxville. I don't think this race is ever going to end. All right, let's take a look at what happened.
This is the Texas shootout all over again.
Yep. Lots of contact. Oh, my goodness. So there was a second part to the wreck because I saw in the background Joey Logano nail the wall and nearly went up and over. And wouldn't you know it, it's because they were trying to go 4 wide. So part 1 of the wreck was Joey Logano on the outside. Yep, that's not going to work. Around they go. Logano nearly goes up and over. Houth gets slammed into the wall, and then up in front, the 88 and the 21 go around as a separate incident. We'll take a look. Yep, a little bit of contact. Bowman down in front of Stenhouse and back up in front of DiBenedetto, bringing out the caution. It shouldn't surprise anybody that there are more cautions. All right. I don't know if they've already gone down pit road, but if they have, Ty Dillon is your race leader. I'm surprised that there are 8 people still watching this. I don't know why anybody would want to watch this. But it's been pretty entertaining, so, you know, it's worth it.
Chase Elliott, if he's on the lead lap, he's made his way back up. He fell back way early in this race and has made his way back up to, looks like about the 6th, 7th spot. 5th place.
Elliott is scored in the number 5 position. Alright, are we getting one to go yet? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward here. I better not overshoot this. Alright, here we go. Pace car is gonna send it down the pit lane, and Ty Dillon is gonna restart as your race leader. Coming to the green flag with Chris Buescher on the inside. First car a lap down. Green flag is back out. That's gonna be the thing I say most this race.
That and caution's out.
Caution's out, green flag's back out. Meanwhile, we gotta move for the lead. Alright, here we go. Truex sending it up the inside to Ty Dillon. Dillon going a little bit wide in 3 and 4, but no room for Truex. Dillon nearly gets squeezed into the wall by the number 22 of Ward Burton. Truex making good progress on the outside. A little bit of contact there. 3 wide. Truex can't really get a move on. Battle back in the pack. Chase Elliott making up progress as well. Meanwhile, Truex powering through on the outside, making his way up into 2nd. Ty Dillon stuck behind the lap car of Chris Buescher. 4 wide down the back straightaway. Kevin Harvick making up spaces on the inside. Good move by the 4 car. He's been able to make some pretty aggressive moves so far. Oh, there they go again!
Oh, there they go.
Bowman into the wall, but are they going to keep it straight? No, they are not. Bowman around. He's going to collect Kyle Busch. Race back to the line between Dillon and Truex. I think Dillon's got it. Austin Dillon is going to lead him back to the caution flag. And once again, caution's out. They made it work for a while. I'll applaud them for that, but unfortunately it just boiled over going down the front straightaway.
Was that 2 laps they made it? Was it 3?
I think they made it 3.
Now that's something, isn't it?
Once again, it's Alex Bowman spinning. How many? I think there are only 5 cars on the lead lap at this point. I'll verify that in a second. All right, so here they go in turns 3 and 4. First of all, take a look at that move by Kevin Harvick. We haven't really talked about him much, but he has been making some of the best moves all night. He's sliding up the inside, just able to keep it clean. But anyways, here they go. DiBenedetto gets into Chase Elliott. Elliott squeezes up into LaJoy. They all squeeze up into the wall. Elliott back up into Bowman, sends him around. Bowman up into the 18. Classic Knoxville.
Yeah, it looked like everyone was going for the exact same spot, and I think we give that move to Harvick. I think that we make that our tied clean pass of the race.
So Kevin Harvick has actually worked his way up to 3rd, and I gotta say, he is probably my pick to win the race at this point. He has been pulling off some absolutely incredible maneuvers. Alright, let's verify. At the moment, there are 16 drivers currently on the lead lap. Positions 22 through 34 have all been eliminated. Let's go ahead and skip back to the restart because we don't have time for this.
And just so you know, Hurricane is loving this, so you ever want to do this again, we've got some people behind us.
Woohoo! Alright, pace car is off. Ty Dillon gonna lead us back to green. I know that was very abrupt, but we don't have time to sit through all this. Towards turn 1, Dillon getting overtaken by Stenhouse. Meanwhile, Stenhouse going on the outside of Ward Burton. Burton going to send it 3 wide down the inside, but going to get held up. Oh, but there's another car around. There they go. Again. Ugh. Caution's out. Although we still have a race to the line, so we'll see how this goes. Ty Dillon leading. Oh, no. Never mind. Caution is out.
Rossi, Elliott, and somebody else were involved. I believe it was Custer.
Yeah, might have. That's the 60 of Austin Cindric.
Or Cindric, yeah.
Alright, here we go. So, turns 3 and 4. Cindric just slides up in a 37 of whoever that is into the wall. Chase Elliott goes around as well.
Oh, huge hit for Rossi there. Ryan Preece, excuse me.
That's who the 37 is. I forgot. Okay, so 3 wide. Once again, going into the corner, Cindric bounces off the 37 and puts him into the 9. Around they go, and Cindric, Preece nearly goes up and over. That's kind of the phrase of the night, nearly goes up and over. That's what happened when you have, like, really high walls like Knoxville does. Right, around they go. Hard hit. Bringing out caution number, I have no idea. Anybody coming into the pits? Doesn't look like they will. Let's go ahead and skip to the restart here. Guessing lights are going to be out this time. Hope they are. They are. So actually, let's do the whole NASCAR on Fox thing and kill some dead air by talking about the racetrack. One unique thing about Knoxville is that in the turns, instead of going for a catch fence, they actually go for a super high wall. And I know why that is. I think it's because if sprint cars can very easily get caught up in that catch fence, and it's probably safer to have a high wall, but I wonder if that would work at like when IndyCar goes to Pocono, would it be safer to just have a really high wall instead of a catch fence?
It's a safer barrier than yes. If it's concrete or whatever this is, like this, no, not at all. But yeah, high safer barrier wall, that's a good idea, NASCAR. If you want to use that, credit me and TMG as the reason that came into existence. Green flag's back out.
Back green. Ty Dillon leading. I guarantee you there's going to be a caution soon. Joey Logano, is he still on the lead lap? No, he's not, so what he's doing doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at Kevin Harvick, who is making some progress here on the outside of Corey LaJoie and Logano. Back to the front straightaway, Ty Dillon continuing to lead away here at Knoxville. Oh, meanwhile, Ward Burton shuffles Stenhouse out of the groove and nearly gets him up into the 19 of Truex. No contact there, though. They were able to keep it clean. Back down the front straightaway, Ty Dillon leading away. Kevin Harvick stuck in traffic. Yeah, unfortunately, Harvick has nowhere to go, and there they go again. Stenhouse out of the wall, so is Ward Burton. Caution is back out. Race back to the line is going to be won by Ty Dillon. And Stenhouse, I think he has experienced a classic NR 2003 glitch because it looked like his car actually got, like, shoved into the wall.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's literally in the wall.
All right, let's take a look at it. Contact with him and Ward Burton. That's a horrible angle. Oh, yeah, there we go. He got...
Looked like Stenhouse tried to come down on Burton, and he didn't have the room.
All right, here we go. Into turn one, Burton slides up into the 47, it looks like, and into the wall they go. And Stenhouse just gets stuck. So the caution is out. He's adding
on to that front end damage, for sure.
Yeah, caution's out once again. Alright, so we're on lap 96 of 105, which means we have just under 10 laps to go when we go back green. So hopefully we're able to finish this race under green. Lights are still on the pace car, but I'm guessing they're going to go off this time by race leader Ty Dillon, and Eric Almirola has worked his way up into third. I didn't think he was on the lead lap, but he might have gotten the wave around. So he is going to be in position to maybe try and challenge for the lead here. Lights are still on the pace car. Are we going down the back straightaway now? I'm kind of getting lost. Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. So we're going down the front straightaway. Hopefully we'll get the lights out and we can go back racing. Positions 18 through 34 are all out of the race. Only 2 cars are multiple laps down, which hopefully means we can get a pretty clean restart here and try and go green until the end. Who am I kidding? We're not going to go green until the end. Alright, here we go. We're going to be single file, thank God, with Ty Dillon leading away. Who's your pick?
I gotta stick with Ty Dillon. He's just... Ever since Ryan Blaney caused that wreck, he's been the class of the field, and while it has been relatively short runs, no one's been able to get around him. There is no lap traffic now, though, so Truex could pull a move right here.
All right, we're going to have 6 to go. Ty Dillon going to lead the field back to green, and hopefully we can get this thing finished under that same flag. Green flag is out, and hopefully that'll be the last time tonight that we need to say that. You were right, actually. Truex is looking at a move. He's looking down the inside. Maybe a little bit of a nudge to the 13. Up the inside, but he just can't get the move. 5 to go. Back towards turn 1. Truex behind the 13.
If Truex does miss the move, watch for Almirola to take a chance and try to pass both of them in the same corner.
There he goes. He went for it up the inside. Little bit of contact. 4 laps to go. The field single filed out. I think we'll be able to make it under green. Coming to 3 to go. Truex on the bumper and looking, but can he make the move? I think he's got to try and take it to the outside. 3 to go.
Martin Truex lurks ever closer, but here comes Eric Almirola also behind him.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop Ty Dillon coming around to 2 laps to go. If a caution comes out, the race is over. 2 to go. Yeah, Truex is close, but he's not close enough. He's got to try and send it on the outside. That's the only way I see him making this move. Almirola in 3rd. Looking, but not able to make a move. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. We are going to finish it under green.
And what Ty Dillon wants to see right now is Eric Almirola move right inside of Martin Truex Jr. If that happens, he's got this win. Although I don't think anything can stop him now.
Yeah, he's not going to need it. Battle for second continues, but what really matters is Ty Dillon coming away with the victory in Knoxville. Ty Dillon wins race 4 of the Summer Series, followed by Martin Truex Jr. and Eric Almirola. And a much more convincing finish than we had last time out at Texas, where the leaders pit on the white flag lap. That was not a smart move by Denny Hamlin. That's what gave Kyle Busch the win last time out. But it's Ty Dillon winning under green here at Knoxville after a night of chaos and mass destruction. We were able to keep the race just under an hour, which is what I was hoping for. Good move, good run by Ty Dillon. He is able to take away the win. Any closing thoughts? Before we sign off this stream, we're just going to take a look at what happened to Ryan Blaney to give Ty Dillon the win. But if there's anything you want to talk about, now is the time to do that.
Knoxville 2021 schedule, make it happen.
Yes. No, what I really want to see, I want to see Tulsa on the 2021 schedule. You know, that stadium track?
The Chili Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah.
All right. You know, I live like 2 hours from that, so yeah, giddy up. Let me see that.
You know, the power of NR 2003 and iRacing is strong. Maybe that's my next iRacing event. The NASCAR Cup cars at the Chili Bowl. What could possibly go wrong?
It's still might be better than the first 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Street Stock Revival wasn't that bad.
No, especially for me. I had a pretty good time during that one.
Yeah, you did it. I'm guessing you enjoyed that race quite a lot.
That was a lot of fun.
All right, so here's what happened to Ryan Blaney and what ended up giving Ty Dillon the lead and eventually the win. Going into turn number 1, Ryan Blaney trying to force a move 4 wide, but there is just no room there. Custer gets down to the set into the wall and spins out the 12, bringing out the caution and taking Ryan Blaney out of contention. And Ty Dillon, I mean, you got to imagine that's a pretty good sight to see the leader just take it out in front of you. So on board with the 13. He can just see Blaney getting taken out, and he's probably happy about that.
Just like Jeff Gordon, that one Pocono race. He was sitting in 7th, and then all the leaders just wiped out right in front of him. Scooted right on by, rain came out, and Gordon got the win.
Same thing as Jeff Gordon in Martinsville in 2015.
Yeah, that too as well.
So Ty Dillon has won the Knoxville 250. Thank you all for tuning in to this mess of a race, but I hope you all enjoyed it anyways. Next time will be, I want to say it's the Throwback 150 at North Wilkesboro. I know it's North Wilkesboro. I don't know what the name of the race is, but either way, the next race is going to be next weekend at North Wilkesboro. Coming up on TMG on Wednesday, July 1st, is the 2020 Daytona Summer Clash. If you have iRacing and that sounds fun to you, you can still sign up. It's one of my more recent community posts. You can just find it by finding the post that has the Summer Clash logo. That'll be on July 1st. I don't know what that was. But other than that, we have nothing else to talk about. So Luke, sorry, I'm used to your iRacing name. Luke, if you have anything else to say before we sign off the stream, go ahead.
That was fun. If you want to have me back next week, I'll be happy to be here.
I think next week we should be in for a bit of a better race, considering it's North Wilkesboro and not, this. But anyways, thank you all for watching. But until next time, this is Jonathan signing out. And Luke as well. Sorry, I forgot about you there. Okay, wait, an uncut away, I just cut away. Luke just said, we'll see you guys. I'm signing out again. Goodbye. We're done.